I don't think you're the villain, actually. If you want to preserve the greatest country in the world in some recognizable way, you're not the bad guy. You're not the radical. I'm often called radical. I'm the least radical person you've ever met. I'm like the most moderate person. I just want things to be, my parents got divorced. I don't like change. I don't. I mean it. I'm not a radical. I'm just the opposite. Like, it was that way last year. Let's keep it that way. I kind of like that. I go to the restaurant, I know the same thing. I'm not a revolutionary. I hate revolutionaries. Revolutions never make things better. They always just wreck stuff. I hate wrecking stuff. It took someone a long time to build that. It took you 2 minutes to wreck it. You're the villain. And so this grandmother who's like, no, the Constitution says this. She's the radical? No, you're the radical, Kamala Harris. You hate the people of this country. You hate the way things have been done. You despise our history. You despise the people who created this country. You're a scary Bolshevik radical. We're not. We tie our boats together.
She is, however, the one that talks about joy.
The girl who kissed her husband with a mask on is talking about joy? The whole point of kissing is lip on lip. I don't want to work blue here. I don't know if there are kids in the audience. If you're kissing your spouse with a mask on, you're a freak who knows nothing about joy. Wearing some mouth condom, it's disgusting. Joy. When was the last time you experienced it, honey? I think it's been a while. Not since you dated Montel Williams have you felt joy. Sorry, Sam.
Woo! That's awesome. So we do want...
Joy. She's the most afraid person I've ever seen. I can't hate her because I feel bad for her. When that debate with Trump, which I hated, like most people who are going to vote for Trump, like I didn't like the debate, I'll be honest. But the first 30 seconds on her face, go back and look at the tape, she's like, oh my gosh, how did I get here? Like I've never done anything in my life at all. No one has voted for me. And yet I'm the presidential candidate of the Democratic Party. She's like terrified. And I just saw that and I was like, as someone who actually likes women, unlike her, how does she treat her female staff? Can you imagine? But we know because she got the highest turnover in Washington, but I felt bad for her. I was like, this is affirmative action. This is what it looks like. It's same with Tim Walz. He has that job because he's a white guy. They're like, oh, we need a white guy. And he's an affirmative action hire also. And you saw how afraid he was. He's like, it's not meritocratic at all. That guy did not earn that job. They're like, oh, sort of sexually non-threatening beta male, white guy, over 60 from the Midwest. You. Okay. And like all affirmative action hires, he's like, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Both of them. Anyway, sorry.
But he kept staring like he was trying to understand.
Because he's totally freaked out. He's like, I can't believe I'm here. Will they ever find out my terrible secrets? Which he clearly has. I mean, whoa. I don't know what they are, by the way, but he has terrible secrets. Like if anybody I've ever seen in public life has terrible secrets, it's Tim Walz. Like he's just waiting till they find out, like the Daily Mail gets a hold of whatever document.
That's why he keeps lying.
Oh, totally.
Because
you can
he doesn't
feel
want
it.
them to find the truth.
I don't know what it is, but that guy, whoa. Whoa. I don't want to be in the polygraph when he takes it. I don't want to know.
So we've talked about wanting to go back. We don't like change. We want to go back to 1985, I think I heard you say.
That seems like a fair request.
So we have a lot of young people. I've talked to you about my grandson earlier.
Yes.
And all of his friends. I use them as my focus group. They want to start their businesses now. They're in their early 20s. One of them wants to be a farmer. One wants to be a diesel mechanic. One wants to operate a machine shop. They know that what their government is telling them right now about how to start those businesses with all of the subsidies and Kamala Harris's plans for startups. What do we say to them to make them know that if someday, like I remember going from Jimmy Carter days to Ronald Reagan days, and life changed. Life got a lot better. How do we talk to our young folks and have them understand that it will get better?
I think it will get better, but I think it's going to be very different. So the American culture and economy have allowed us for at least 100 years, really since the industrialization of the country, to have the system where middle-class families raise kids and then they send the kids off into the world and the kids move to some faraway place. Cheap air travel has accelerated this. And all of us have kind of grown up in this world where it's not weird to be from Sheboygan but have kids in Malibu or wherever, even Milwaukee, or, we send our kids out. And there's no expectation that families stay physically close to each other or that they work together at all. And our economy has sustained that. Like I grew up in an affluent town, pretty affluent family, and at 22, or 14 actually, I left and went to boarding school, and then at 22 I got married, and it was like, good luck, see you at Christmas. I'm not giving you any money or anything, you know what I mean? But that was America. I mean, I'm 55, like it was a different world, and it worked fine. Now I think people understand that there are so many hostile forces coming at us, and people feel this. I've talked to a lot of people in the last year about this, and they all feel the same instinct, like I want my team close. Like maybe that model worked in the time and place in which it was popular, but we need a different model. You got to have people you love and trust near you. And is it crazy to hire your kids? It used to be kind of shameful to hire your kids. It was nepotism and like da-da-da. It's like, no. The model for all human history is you work with your family. It was only until the steam engine transformed everything that everyone lived together and worked together, and that like kind of worked for all recorded history. You know what I mean? So I think people feel this instinct, like I want the tribe around me, and you need your people around you. I really feel that strongly. I mean, I know at the top end, among rich people, I know a bunch of people who are just like, I'm building a compound, I don't care. And not like even a Randy Weaver compound, not with the emphasis on firearms and guard towers, but just like we all live, which is not bad, by the way, but we all live near each other. I mean, like, why wouldn't you buy, 100 acres and everyone gets a house? Like, how much is that cost? I mean, literally, that's less expensive than buying a high-end condo in Miami. So why wouldn't you do that, right? And I'm sure people in this room have done it or know people who are doing that. That's an expression. Most people can't do that because it's expensive. Right. But it's an expression of the same instinct. Draw close to your people because hard times are coming. They clearly are coming. Obviously they're coming. Everyone knows that. Follow your instincts on that. It doesn't need to be apocalypse. It doesn't need to be terrible. We're at the tail end of the longest sort of not just bull market, but sort of bull culture in history where nothing really, I was born in 69, nothing's really happened since then. Like, I don't know, we won the Cold War and you know what I mean? Like 9/11, but nothing really bad has happened. Bad things are starting to happen. A lot more are gonna happen, obviously. We shouldn't start crying and run away or, dive into the Xanax pool or whatever. You don't need to freak out. You know what I mean? We'll be okay. People are not gonna be extinguished. And you can thrive. People were happy after the fall of Rome. The Roman Senate wasn't happy, but the Visigoths were happy, but truly, like, even in the midst of chaos, there has been peace in the family or in villages. It's like, no matter what happens, people will still be happy if they're sort of smart and aware and prayerful, and like, it's okay, actually, but you have to draw your people close.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.